Men always wanted to see throughout frontier, and today it's space, the final frontier. So pioneers always fight against four main problems, which are depression, distance relationship, isolation, and contentment. Nowadays, these problems always are always efficient, and we have to see that we still have the same problems, like in Antarctica with scientists, or in the spaceships or in submarines. So how to maintain social health in this kind of area? We see that in space, the current way to defend, like Skype, for example, to keep the contact on Earth, is not enough, and maybe we can find the solution with new technologies.
So we've done to answer this question, we've done a lot of research to answer these questions and to help the improvement of the wellness of the well-being of the spacemen and the astronauts. And we noticed that the most relevant ways to do it is to improve the communications between them and their family, of the people that they love, because we find that the main causes of the main trouble of action in this kind of situation, when they have to do mission in a space trip, that they're gonna feel lonely. They usually feel lonely, or they have the feeling that they are far from the people that they love. So we need to find, we were looking for some things to be as real as possible and as the most immersive as possible too. To answer these questions, we ask us to get to translate the most in the better way, the emotional way, and the body languages of classic communications when it happened in the real life. So we thought about using some materials like helmets, visual effect, or for example jumpsuits, which can be, depending of the simulations, coldest or warmer, depending of the simulation. And we're gonna let you watch a short video to let's see of what it should be.
So with all these equipment, we want to improve the communication between spacemen and the people on Earth. So basically, with the jumpsuit, we can have a virtual contact between spacemen and the people on Earth through also a virtual avatar, which a member of the family would create to be in the daily basis with the spacemen, and also these jumpsuits could permit to pass some spare time or hobby times in some meditation time or game time. According to studies, we know that nature is missing a lot to spacemen, and so it's important to recreate it through a virtual environment. So these jumpsuits with temperature or olfactory features could help spacemen to decrease their anxiety or their stress. And also we can use this equipment through with sports and yeah, entertainment purposes.
Thank you.
I have maybe two questions. First one, you spoke about the equipment that needed to be worn and used by the astronauts. What about the equipment that should be distributed to their families? That's maybe something interesting to know. And the second point, no, it's already answered with the other things that you've done. I would have asked, I don't have any family. Who will I contact then? Because I need some contact.
So. So I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that it will not be on a live basis because there is a lot of delay between Earth and space, so it's just impossible. So it will be like epistolary letters that will be read and play during any activity that the spaceman choose to do with the avatar of his member of the family. Like he can go through a walk, and then you have the letter on a vocal play. And so the family, through an interface that they will have access at home on Earth, they will have the possibility to create their own avatar and also to record their letter.
The thing is that what we want in planes is the fact that they can touch and have a natural contact with
a real contact that is often
a real
missing.
feeling of be with the people in front of you.
Because you could hold the hand of your wife, for example, or just get the temperature of when you are on the beach, or sense the rain on your shoulders. And you can also play, if you have no member of your family, you can play, for example, with your colleagues, like on the Wii. You can interact with them through the virtual environment.
So thank you very much. Yeah, it's an interesting, I would say, topic, and in my opinion, I can see immediate applications on Earth. Not waiting for, astronauts, there are not so many, and we are not going to Mars tomorrow. But for sure, I can see a lot of applications on Earth. In the hospitals, isolated people. So I think this has to be, sure, investigated.
Hearing about your presentation, I noticed some things that people are closed in a closed environment, and you want to put them in an immersive environment with another closure on the body. And do you think it's very relevant? They need to be in an open way to have an open mind on the, and the other side is that do you think that the relation with relatives is so relevant for people who are traveling so far and in real time, or and does it that should be more disturbing?
Yeah, we can see both, but according to studies that we saw, that we read, the main cause of misfortune of people is because they had breakup, they are separate a long time from their relatives, they lost someone, and these are the main cause of their sadness. And so being away for a long time, and I'm sorry, but you don't know if you will coming back, maybe it's...
You don't know how you're going to react, and it's a good way to feel to get happier in this kind of small space. And yeah, as you said just before, it has some applies on Earth, but when the people are far from each other, but yeah.
And it's also a way to still exist for you, but also for your family.
Thank you.